Hey everyone, it's your Ability Warriors Leader. Welcome to the first installment of the Independent 101 series. Let me just pull up my notes and we will get started. So hope you all are doing well, and I'm gonna be talking about first in general my experience over the past 5 years, but also some tips and tricks on how to get on the wait list and just all that good stuff about writing letters and finding the right people that can propel you to where you want to be. So, I hope this is helpful, and I hope you guys buckle in and enjoy the ride, because I know I will. And remember, this information is not from a professional standpoint, but it's from a newbie slash, I don't know what you call it. Because I'm not inexperienced, but I'm not fully there yet. So, like, a moderate person's perspective. So, like I said, this episode is going to be just an overview. So, I want to preface this with definitely, if you can have roommates, I would highly recommend it. It lowers the cost of a lot of things, and it can help with social anxiety, and it can help you just be more outgoing. But in my case, it made me more codependent on the individuals that I lived with. So, for me, that is not a good situation. So I do live on my own. And that is your own choice. Just be aware that it may not work out, and have a financial cushion if it doesn't. I got that advice from actually my first ex. They had told me that always have a fallback plan because you never know if you're going to get screwed over. I'm not saying that you guys are going to get screwed over by your friends or anything, but I'm just saying that just you know that you're not going to take advantage of yourself. So just be trusting of your intuition, and also be trusting of that other person. But if they show you their true colors, then at least you have a fallback financial plan. And as for getting actually into the place that you desire to live in, first do your research. I looked at about 3 locations in my hometown. But they weren't accepting new tenants, or as we're called now, consumers. So that never works out. But yeah, just be aware, like you might have to plead your case. You might have to write a letter of the reasons why you think that you need this place to thrive and survive. In my case, I enlisted some medical and mental health professionals to help me along the process. It went a lot quicker. So that was my journey. But if you can write a killer letter and you can get in on your own merit, all the power to you. Like, that's great. But I needed that extra boost of like, yes, these medical professionals are saying her living in this facility would be of benefit to her. That kind of boosted my, I don't know what you call them, my odds, my ratings of getting in. Also, I had a partner at the time who said that he was worried about me and that he would be willing to help me out. But beware of that trap also. I would recommend for the first 2-3 years of living on your own not to be in a relationship, so you can find your voice and you can have your own backbone before you dive right into a partnership. And make sure it is a partnership and not somebody that will just walk all over you. So that's my advice on that. I want to make sure you guys are in the best possible position to thrive. So I would recommend step 1, get the professionals if you need them. Step 2, do your research. Step 3, don't have a relationship unless you know it's one of mutual respect and of an uplifting nature. And that it will last beyond just a couple of years and then gonzo. So that was just a quick little recap, but yeah, So just make sure those things are covered. And also, I forgot to mention the financial cushion. That is essential. I would recommend doing that like a year in advance. If you know your move out date, I would have a year's worth of cushion saved up before you live on your own. And I would also recommend, this is like tip number 5 or 6, I would recommend scouting out the area for social events and things and places to go in the area that you choose to live. It'll make the transition a lot more seamless and a lot more fun for you, and it won't feel like you're alone constantly. I just started doing this, and I've lived in my current location for 5 years. This is why I feel like I'm behind the eight ball with this stuttering with this advice. But I think I'm qualified because I am living it right now. I've had some pretty wild life experiences. And you can check out my other podcast for that. But I would say trust yourself first before anyone else, because you just never know. And always have something, I think this is number 8, but always have something going on during the week that is scheduled, and that will keep you from going stir crazy in your apartment. Like I said, before you move out, scope out the area. But once you do that, find that one thing to start off yourself with. Find the one thing that you really want to do and implement it. And for me, that's going to be meetup events. So there's a website and an app that you can go on, and you can say what your interests are, and you can meet like-minded individuals. They may have a disability, they may not, but it's good to have people that are able-bodied in your corner, as well as people that are like you, so that you can relate to somebody. Just building connections is a way to not get depressed and to not have the mental health issues that I have had. I think that is what I'm truly gaining. Even in this past 2 weeks in February, I've gotten out there and I've taken the initiative. So remember to, I'm going to keep repeating it, but remember to always do your research on everything. Trust your gut with relationships. I will get into that in another podcast. But trust your gut. Don't let them steal your voice. At least live by yourself for 3 years before you introduce them into your house as a roommate or as a partner. Like, you can have relationships, just don't have them live with you. And third, fourth, whatever this is, have a financial cushion. And fifth or sixth, just remember to reach out to people and go online and just search out new and fun things. I would recommend doing it a year ahead of time, but if you're like me and are just finding your way again, there's no time frame that you have to start. Just the hardest part about doing something is starting it. So you just need to start implementing these things even when you live at home. Like, have a routine of like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to the gym. So yeah, that is my little rant, and I hope you guys have gained some insight from this. I don't even know how long I've been recording, but let's check. Oh, only 16 minutes. I don't know if I have any other advice. Just put yourself out there, even if you get rejected, like try and find some free things so that you're not dipping into that cushion that you built up for yourself. And always, I can't stress this enough, do your research with the places that you're living. And research like the monetary expenses that you will be putting out. So research all that fun stuff, and you will hopefully be successful. And I wish you guys the best. And if you want to comment and let me know how your journey is going and progressing, or if you have any tips and tricks for me that I didn't mention, then yeah. Oh, my last bonus tip would be, even if you don't need it, even if you're not dealing with mental health issues, I would highly recommend having scheduled phone calls with friends or a scheduled meeting with a therapist. No, therapists are not evil. They are actually pretty helpful. And they will be able to help you learn that journey as you go. So that way the burden isn't on your friends and family, although I bet they would want to help. But it's always nice to have an outsider's perspective on the things that you need to improve on, and they might be able to help you achieve some of your independence goals. So yeah, this is like within the first year of you moving out. These are the tips that I would recommend implementing. And these can go for all the years that you live on your own. But as you get older, things might change. You might end up being more mature and being able to have relationships, and over time building connections with friends. You may not need this advice, but I really do hope it helps, and I look forward to hearing all the lovely comments. If they're not nice, you will get deleted, unfortunately. But if they are relatively helpful and productive, I hope we can build the Ability Warriors family and keep this baby running. Okay? So, this is part 1 of my Independence 101 series. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will talk to you next weekend. This one will probably be going up on Thursday, what date is that? The 13th, or even 16th of February, just because I've got a busy schedule. I hope that you gain something from this. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys later. Okay? Bye. Ability Warriors leader out.